So this is the Canon EM6. This is a mirrorless camera and it has a different mount, the M mount. So this is the 11 to 22 lens, the EF M 11 to 22, right there. Now this is the kit lens, so it's 15 to 22. So what I want you to do is make a note of what you can see right here. So this is the widest this lens can go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbox this. So you have your good old documentation. This is for registration for to register it. The instruction manual, you put it on there and then you go like that to zoom in and out. And that's basically what this says, and probably just like lighting requirements, things of that nature. Just gonna make them, I have to clean it up, so don't worry about it. And that's everything that's in the box. And here's our lens. It's around the same size as the kit lens that I have as far as size goes. This is the black model. So what I want you to do now, I'm gonna switch lenses. So make a note, this is how wide you can see. And this is the lens at 11. So this was 15, this is 11. The lower the number, the wider it is. So now I can have a bigger fish. Hopefully I can put bigger fish closer maybe. But this is the wider lens. This is a lens that I think will be nice for vlogging because I can get more behind me. I can shoot landscapes with it. When I'm out fishing and the fish aren't biting, I end up taking a lot of pictures just to kill time and enjoy the scenery. But something like this, it's wider and it actually doesn't distort that much at the edges because that's always a concern. So this is also, it has a zoom, a little bit of a zoom. So this is 11 and that's 22. I know, yeah, I wish I had something good to look at, but just me. So we're gonna go back here. What I like about this, it has autofocus. There are other lenses that are similar to this that are actually a little bit wider and a little bit cheaper, but they do not have autofocus. One thing about the autofocus, I am fishing. I don't have time typically to make sure I'm in frame and I'm focused properly. Autofocus is my friend in that case. I use that quite a bit. So something like this is going to be the lens I have on my camera the majority of the time now. A lot of time I'll switch between this and the 18 to 150 so I can get a good zoom or a wide shot. Now what I want to do is use this lens and it's going to follow me around, and we're going to make a little vlog with this too. So this is the 11 to 22 and I'll be back. This is the beginning of this. So I'm vlogging with the EF M 11 to 22 lens. It's much wider, so I'm holding it at arm's length and I'm getting, sometimes it'll just get the edges of my shoulders, cut them off, I mean, but it doesn't here. So this is the 11 to 22 lens. Let's go ahead and get going here. Something straight out of the gate, the light is not great on this. You have to really open up the aperture to make sure that you get enough light. Right now it's wide open and I have a light on me and it's dark otherwise. The camera struggles on low light to begin with, and then the lens just makes it, pushes it even more. So that's something to keep in mind. This is like a landscape lens, so they expect you to be outside where it's not dark. So let's get to work. Really loud here, you may not be able to hear me, but this lens is nice and wide. I can get the whole shot in. That's nice. So if I'm somewhere that's nice and bright, I'm fine. See, in landscape photography, you're outside, it's sunny, blah blah, but I'm holding this barely at arm's length and I'm getting everything in the background that I want. There's my actually have a little skeleton, a fish, of course. This was given to me by my manager when he went to Thailand. Buddha, Homer Buddha, of course, and another Buddha, and some piece of junk, and a chopstick, and dirt. Lots and lots of dirt. So, a nice thing about this is it's wide, right? Again, I keep going over that because it is, and that's the important thing about this. So, I'm gonna do a time lapse of downtown, and I'm gonna try to get more in and try to get the sun a little bit, although if you saw by the pictures that it's cloudy, which is good. That's what you want with this time lapse. You want something to motion. So because when you do it with clear day, you can follow the sun or the shadows, but it's not as compelling as if you don't have the cloud. The clouds make it nice. So let's go. That's the nice thing about this lens. I'm sitting in the car and this thing is a little over about 18 inches from my face, but I have all of this room, so I don't have to worry about having it far. If I do it far away, this is full arm, this is my arm stretched out fully. I have a lot more room. But I've taken some pictures. You've seen those already. I put the pictures up and everything. There is slight distortion on the edges depending on what it is and how I'm holding it. Things distort depending on the angle and all that good stuff. But let's go. I'm gonna have a few more things I want to do, a few more things I want to talk about with this. But I mean, this lens has been pretty great. I mean, all the Canon glass is really easy to, is nice. Let's just put it that way. So let's go ahead and go home. I wanted to say a couple things about the lens. I like the lens. I like how it feels. An interesting thing, this lens weighs more than any other lens that I have. This lens is about the same size as a kit lens, but this is all metal. All the outside of it, the main part where you can hold it by, like I'm holding, you can't see that I'm holding it, but the main part that's all metal. It's all metal around it. The ring is plastic, but actually the whole feel of the lens is very nice because it just feels thick because it's metal. It has a bit of a weight to it. If I do put it on a tripod, I have to see how I put it on the tripod so that way it doesn't tip over, because it does make the camera heavier. It does make it the front of it heavier, because I've had cameras fall, so I'm always wary of that. But that's not, as long as I just remember it, it's not that big of a deal. But this lens has been really nice. This will be sort of, I guess, the vlogging lens for when I do vlogs or things of that nature. I like it. I do this, and the 18 to 150 will probably be my go-tos. I don't have to think about what's in frame or what's not in frame. I just, as long as it's on 11 and I have it about 18 inches from my face, I know I'm going to be in frame. I have the flip screen, but I mean, that's just, it's nice to have that when you're doing a few other things and you're trying to get something in the moment. So anyway, that's this lens. This is a Canon EF M 11 to 22 lens. If you keep watching, I make stuff right now, I make stuff daily, so if you subscribe, you'll see that. And I'll be using this lens a lot moving forward, so just keep an eye out for it. And thanks for watching.